Good morning, everyone. It is Julie here with your Wednesday morning stock market news, where we're getting you up to speed with what you need to know as the market opens. So let's get into it. All right, guys, welcome back. Thank you all so much for being here. I do apologize. I know this video will be coming out a bit later than usual, but I had a terrible sleep last night and have a wicked headache this morning, so had a little bit of trouble hopping out of bed, but we got here eventually. Of course, this morning we're going to be taking a look at exciting stock market news, notable earnings reports, and which stocks are the morning's biggest gainers and losers. So let's dive right into this morning's exciting stock market news. U.S. stock futures are once again in the red this morning. Right now, Dow futures are down 0.33%, S&P 500 futures down 0.35%, and NASDAQ futures down 0.36%. A First Horizon shareholder has sued TD Bank over their failed $13 billion acquisition. The arbitrage fund is suing TD Bank, alleging that the bank made misleading statements and omissions about its planned acquisition of First Horizon, which was terminated back on May 4th. This sent the First Horizon shares plunging about 33%. TD Bank said that its public disclosures are accurate and the lawsuit is without merit and that they will vigorously defend it. Analysts currently rate the TD stock a moderate buy with an average upside of 14%. Walgreens has reportedly reached a settlement with consumers who purchased a Theranos blood test at their drugstores. Consumers in Arizona and California claimed that the drugstore giant was willfully blind to the fraud at the blood testing startup. Lawyers for the company and consumers filed a notice with a federal judge that they have reached a settlement in principle and expect to submit a request for court approval in about 3 weeks. Terms of the deal were not provided. Analysts currently rate the Walgreens stock a hold with an average upside of 26%. And the European Union Appeals Court ruled in favor of their antitrust regulator that Meta has to provide more information on their Facebook marketplace. The General Court said that the request for documents was legal and that Meta Platforms Ireland had not successfully demonstrated that the request to provide documents to be identified by search teams went beyond what was necessary. They also found that the tech giant did not ensure that sensitive personal data was sufficiently protected. The Meta stock is currently rated a strong buy with an average upside of nearly 14%. Now moving over to notable earnings reports. We have a big lineup in the after hours today. We'll be hearing from Snowflake, Splunk, NVIDIA, Digital Turbine, and UiPath, to just name a few. On the rise this morning, we have Kohls. Their stock is up over 11% after they came out with a big earnings beat and reaffirmed their full-year guidance. Their CEO said that their store's business achieved productivity gains during the quarter, and Sephora at Kohls continued its sales momentum. They reported Q1 earnings per share of 13 cents, beating expectations by 54 cents per share, and revenue of $3.57 billion beat expectations by $200 million. The stock is currently rated a hold with an average upside of 31%. Then we have Chinese EV maker XPeng. Their stock is in the red this morning after missing on both earnings and revenue, plus a weak sales forecast. Their total revenues for the year are projected to be between 4.5 billion and 4.7 billion RMB, representing a year-over-year decrease of 36 to 39%. For their Q1, they reported a loss per ADS of 37 cents per share, which was 4 cents wider than expected, and revenue of 587 million missed expectations by $125 million. Analysts currently rate the XPeng stock a hold with an average upside of 10%. And also in the red this morning is PetCo, but they came out with both an earnings and revenue beat, plus reaffirmed their full-year guidance. For their Q1, they reported earnings per share of 6 cents, beating expectations by 1 cent per share, and revenue of $1.56 billion grew 5% year-over-year, beating expectations by $60 million. Their stock is currently rated a moderate buy with an average upside of 11%. In the after hours last night, we heard from Palo Alto Networks. They are in the green this morning after a solid earnings report and future guidance. Their Q3 earnings per share of $1.10 beat expectations by 17 cents per share, while revenue of $1.72 billion was in line with expectations and grew 23% year-over-year. For the full year, they're expecting billings in the range of $9.18 to $9.23 billion, representing year-over-year growth of 23 to 24%. Their stock is currently rated a strong buy with an average upside of 25%. And lastly, we have Intuit. Their stock is in the red after they posted mixed results and had some soft guidance for their fourth quarter. While the company did guide below consensus for earnings per share in their fourth quarter, they did raise their full-year outlook. They reported Q3 earnings per share of $8.92, beating expectations by 43 cents per share, while revenue of $6 billion did miss by just $70 million. Analysts currently rate the stock a strong buy with an average upside of over 11%. Now let's take a look at which stocks are the morning's biggest gainers and losers. Our biggest gainers this morning are led by Urban Outfitters after they posted an earnings beat. Trading under the ticker URBN, the stock is up 13.7%. They're followed by Kohls under KSS, up 12.6%, and Reata Pharmaceuticals under RETA, up 12.3%. And our biggest losers this morning are led by PTC Therapeutics after they announced that they would be abandoning their preclinical gene therapy programs. Trading under the ticker PTCT, their stock is down 19.5%. They're followed by Sarepta Therapeutics under SRPT, down over 14%, and JFrog under FROG, down 8.9%. So that is going to be everything for Wednesday morning's stock market news. Once again, apologies that this will be out later than usual, but hopefully better late than ever. If you made it to the end of today's video, make sure you hit that thumbs up button and say good morning in the comments. I always love hearing from you guys. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day, and I'll see you back here next time.